morning and welcome to Dan's Diary. This is the house build videos. We're at the end of week 7 and the main thing I've got to tell you is thank you for the subscribers. We have a massive number now, 82, which is beyond my wildest dreams. I thank every one of you from the bottom of my heart. What else have I got? Oh, while I was looking on the YouTube information that it gives you, it tells me that where several of you live and what your ages are, what videos you watch, all manner of things. So I'll just put that on the screen. I think a great percentage of you are men, 80 odd percent of men. So if there's anything I can do to increase the viewing popularity from the women's side of things, please let me know in the comments. Okay, without further ado, let's go on to a wet and windy site and see what's happening. Right, well, if you'll excuse the dog barking, I'm going to run you through what they've done. I'm not going to stand all over the place because it's like a marsh over here. It's been raining for the last 3 days and I ain't going to stand in that. Right, so as you can see, they've gone 4 blocks above the window, well, 3 blocks above the windows over there. Do you remember that one on the left? Where's my little finger? That one there, that was the first lintel that we did, so I think that was in the last one. Then they've done that wall, the returning wall, to the same height. They've done the back of the garage. Is it the garage? Yes, back of the garage to the same height, and and the kitchen. So all of those are at the same height now. They've got some ring beam steel work in. I'll show you that later. And then down here they've done a little bit of work as well, so let me just show you that. So if you remember our friend Pedro, he was getting ready to do some lintel or other. Well, he's put the lintel in at the top there. He's increased that wall by 3 blocks, so you can now see where the window is. Just been talking to Joel on that score. That is the ensuite wall, and on the opposite side is the toilet. So I've asked him to lower that window by 2 blocks so I can sit on the toilet and I can look out of my window into the garden. So that's what we're going to do. You call me weird, I don't know, I think I probably am. So that's going to be extended down a bit. That's been built up, I can see. The window, the wall at the back has as well. I've just walked round the side here, so I'm now, that's coming on well. That's had a block or 2 put on it. That's had a block or 2 put on it. So has that one. The bedroom at the front, there's a window. Obviously you're not blind, you can see that way. Well, there was a window, if you look on the plans, that window was there, and Joel said, oh, it's not going to look right, so he's moved the window from there to there. He's just moved it along a bit, which I concur with, so I think that's a good idea of his. I've caught the guys at lunchtime, by the way, just in case you think they're sloping off. They're not. I can't think of a better group of workers at the moment. They've been very, very good. Right, now as you can see at the front, the kitchen, 1, 2, 3 blocks since I was here last. Okay, and let me just go and show you the beam around the side of the garage. There you go, at the front you can see they've boarded out this bit of access scaffold, and they've put the metalwork across there, ready for pouring. I'm afraid that's all I've got for you. I mean, it's going to be a short video this week because of the weather. There's not much I can do, I'm afraid, boys, unless you want me to take my clothes off and run around the site with nothing on. Nothing else I can show you. Look at the state of that. Right, so hopefully 2, 3, 4 days of perfect sunshine like now, and we'll be back to backfilling and works back to full progress. Hello lads and ladies, welcome to Wednesday. I tell you what, the weather has been very nice this last 2-3 days. Ever since the biblical rain stopped, it's been very nice. So without further ado, let's go on site and see what's happening. Okay, I'm standing at the front of the building. I showed you that one in the other video. They've now put in that one there ready to... That's obviously the height of the ring beam. So they've done this one. They've now done that one. They've done the one up here. Have a little look up here, see what's happening. Blimey, built-in swimming pool. Now I spoke with Joel. There's a wall here that separates a couple of rooms from that room. Well, it's a non-load bearing wall, so what they're going to do is put the wall on the slab. So they'll put an extra mesh in there and just build that off the slab. The same with this area here. Has got like a chimney, not a real chimney but a pretend chimney, and that does the same. So they'll just reinforce the slab there. As you can see, they've done a spot of backfilling to that room. This area, all of this needs backfilling, but I was told they're going to backfill here first so they can stand on it before they do that. And anyway, this area is still to be finished up to ring beam, which is this level here. So these internal walls here have got to go up to that to finish. The same with this. Obviously the same with that wall. There's a couple of formworks, one there and one there, one over there in the corner I can see, ready for concrete pour. So that's progressing as well. We're standing in the kitchen and this is a view into the dining room. So big window, sliding door, open. Yeah, that'll be a nice view once it's all landscaped. Once you've got some plaster on this, or some render, it'll look a million miles better. Yeah, now I remember, I got a message from Joel, the builder, yesterday. He said, what do you want to do with these openings here? Now you got to remember that this is 1.5 high. So where the ring beam is, that's the top of that, it's going to go another few blocks to about there somewhere. And that's where the ceiling's going to be. So he wanted to know, good timing for that to start, isn't it? Did the opening want to go right the way up to the ceiling, messing up the ring beam, or up to the ring beam or what? And I said, no, just do it the normal height. So that is the normal height before you hit the ring beam on both openings. I think that'll be quite nice. 3 days of rain and look at that grass. It's gone mad. Not that it bothers me, because all of that will get landscaped anyway. I've got something growing there, can you see? That might be a banana tree, because all these are banana trees here. Look, you can see bananas on it. So if that's a banana tree, that can stay where it is. Okay. Got a bit of grass growing down there as well. Okay. Yeah, they're all working now. Progressing well. You can see the two guys there making the formwork for the ring beam. So I'm guessing they're going to put that along that elevation, or indeed that elevation, in the next few hours. So one final look for Wednesday, halfway through the week. Today is Friday, and let's have a look around the site and see what progress we've got. There, the beam, the ring beam at the front of the garage is going on, and from what I can see, all of the ring beams around the garage are in place. And I believe, you see that wooden plank that goes across in the middle, I would say they are planning to put another ring beam along there, so that this is properly supported, because obviously this has got another height on top, and it's a concrete slab, so it needs to have proper support. So I guess that's what they're doing. Right, you can see what's happened here. They've built this wall here. They've left this gap because this comes out here, it sticks out, which they're going to build off the slab, which I told you last video. There's the guys putting in the what would that be, ensuite walls, building up there. They built these up to ring beam height by the look of it. So just got that wall to do, and the back wall at the back. Yes, it's coming on. Here's a couple of stills from today. As I was walking around, I saw this column. It's 2 inches difference between the bottom and the top. So I spoke to the mason and the foreman and told them to sort it out. This is a view from the other side. He's not using levels, he's not using a plumb line, he's just doing it by line of eye, and obviously my eye is fractionally better than his. And the same mason is responsible for that straight edge on the side of that window. So tomorrow I'm going to have a word with the builder and see what we can do. Okay, last day of the week. I just had a big conversation with Joel. I'll tell you about that in a minute. They've started to make good any particularly big gaps. We've still got the gentleman here doing the backfilling. He's doing a good job. What have we had to? We've sorted that out. We've sorted that one out as well. These guys are pouring the 2 columns to the almost a few of the last ones in that corner. I think there's been a couple of blocks laid over there. These guys are working well. Good morning. These guys are working well. Got all that up to the right height. Right. My conversation with Joel. For a start, the progress this time next week should be, they've now got the blockwork. That's another day. They've got the blockwork up to ring beam height. So as you know, down there they've started to lay the ring beam. They're going to lay all the ring beam and have it concreted by the end of next week. All the columns will be concreted by the end of next week. They'll have started to level the roofing trusses over here, because this is only 1 story height, by the end of next week. And they'll have continued a full week worth of backfilling. So we are progressing, gentlemen and ladies. Right, the conversation with Joel was on the finishing items, really. The sort of tiles we're going to have. He's got a couple of new masons arriving next week, much to my enjoyment. We've used them before when I had my current house extended, refurbished, and they were excellent. One of them in particular is pretty good. So he's coming over. Hopefully he'll do all my flooring as well. And we talked about the staircase and what we're going to do with that. It's going to be an open staircase, and where the door will be on the 1st floor landing, whether it's on that wall or that wall. It's designed for that wall, but we'll see that when we start to lay the floor slab. There you go, you see, all taking shape. Well, that's the end for this week. That's the end for this week. Progress has been good. Next week should be ring beam and the finish of the downstairs blockwork. The slab over the garage and the man cave for the upstairs apartment, they're going to leave that 20 days supported before they start loading that out, which I think is probably a good idea. So that's it. So I thank you, my supporters. I thank you, the people that have made it this far and haven't clicked off. I wish you a great weekend, and I'll see you this time next week. Bye bye. Hi guys, it's Wednesday. I'm just trying to get out of this road. The weather around here is weird. Last week it was, well, as you know, it threw it down for 3 days. Threw it down. It was biblical for 3 days. And now it is absolutely scorching. Stuck in the middle of the road here. Yeah, all right. Right, that gentleman, wait a minute. Alright, we're standing in the, where are we standing? The kitchen. Let me just move over here. Take 2. Right, we're standing in the kitchen, so this will be the view from the kitchen. Take 3. We're standing in the kitchen and this is a view into the dining room. Well, would you look at that? The one room has been backfilled. So we're now at more or less concrete slab level. And they're putting in the ring beam at the top. So that's progressing well. Morning guys, it's Wednesday and we're about to go onto site to see what's happening. So without further ado, we'll standing at the front, so they've done, we showed you that one, wait a minute, is this recording? Yes.